Hello folks, this is Mr. Dan coming to you from the Landscape Design Classroom, and today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of grasslands. So the main idea, where are the main grasslands in the United States? Why are they there? How do they work? What is their value on human life? So grass grows almost everywhere. Roadsides, pasture fields, lawns and homes, football fields. These grass examples are not what ecologists call a grassland ecosystem. So what is grassland? In definition, it's an ecosystem where grasses and grass-like plants are the climax vegetation. There's typically no trees over top of it, has plenty of sun to get down to it, and plenty of area to get growth. So very few trees, most trees along rivers and streams. Abiotic factors for grassland ecosystems, precipitation of 12 to 60 inches a year. Evaporation, that's precipitation received during drought periods, is lost through evaporation. And wind seems continuous because of few trees and a lack of tall vegetation to slow air movement and increases evaporation. Land and soil, gently rolling land, and topsoils vary. Rock layers found near the surface or much deeper than a forest, formed over years by breakdown of grasses into humus. So where are grasslands from or found? Tall grass, prairie, grasses over 5 foot high, requires more moisture. Central U.S. Corn Belt westward from Ohio across Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, and up into the southern and western Minnesota. Mixed grass prairies. Grasses are 3 to 4 foot high here, mainly in the Great Plains wheat growing areas from north central Texas northward across Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, through the Dakotas into Canada. So much less rainfall than tall grass prairies. So next, short grass prairies. Grasses here are shorter than 3 feet, can survive low and irregular rainfall, and found west of mixed grass prairie northward from the Texas Panhandle through eastern Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. So a little bit more about grasslands. The 3 major grasslands often overlap at their boundaries. Tall grass tends to expand when rainfall increases over a period of years, and mixed and short grass areas expand during droughts. Additional grass types, either glades, which are clear open areas within forest, intermountain grasslands, Utah, Nevada, Eastern Oregon, and Washington, and some more grasslands, desert grasslands, Southwest Texas, westward across New Mexico and Arizona, California grasslands, Central Valley, and southwestern areas in California. So the picture you see below is a desert grassland in Gene 1. How grasslands are formed. Grass grows more quickly and recovers faster than trees. Grass requires less moisture than trees. Grass dominates in areas with low rainfall and high evaporation. Brush and trees invade during periods of higher rainfall, and established trees create shade, allowing the forest to maintain itself. So the cycle of succession. So why didn't all grassland eventually become forests? The main reason is fire. Natural lightning fires weaken trees and burn brush and litter. Grasses thrive since most of their biomass is below the soil. And humans set their own fires to kill competitive plants. So grassland plants and animals, the reasons grassland plants survive evaporation, drought, and fire. Narrow leaves grow vertically, but still allow photosynthesis. Most of their biomass is a deep, extensive root system. Side shoots grow above and below ground, so they do not rely solely on seeds for regrowth. More grassland plant survival traits. Perennial growth emerges from the same root system for more than 2 years. Pollinated by wind rather than insects. Durable and plentiful seeds that can remain dormant until conditions favor germination. And looking at grassland animals, these are large grazing animals such as bison and pronghorn, the antelope. Depend on grass for food and cover a wide area to find enough to eat. Must be able to run from predators. Some of your predators would be coyotes. They follow and prey on grazing and plant-eating animals. And then some of your smaller prairie animals. Prairie dogs, ground squirrels, and pocket gophers. and survive by burrowing for protection from extreme summer and winter temperatures, prairie fires, and some of those predators. So the human impact here: grassland ecosystem disruption. Settlers brought cattle and plows. Continuous cropping and weather changes created the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. Lessons were learned about crop rotation and soil conservation. So anytime you have a crop, you should change it the next year. So other lessons learned: plowing can result in soil erosion. Overgrazing can reduce plant diversity and encourage brush and tree growth. Controlling fires allows forest ecosystems to encroach on native grasslands. Irrigation has depleted groundwater, and urban development has encroached on some grasslands. Sustainable practices for the future: human activity does not degrade the Earth's carrying capacity. Landowners and policymakers need to balance present needs with future needs, define what is to be sustained, and know the scale of human impact. Some helpful practices here: carefully manage stocking rates and rotational grazing, grasses resistant to grazing, crops suited to the land and less water, conservation tillage and harvesting methods to protect soil, organic fertilizers to build topsoil, maintaining soil cover to reduce runoff, and rotating crops. So some of the human benefits here: why should we care? Are these ecosystems worth saving? So the grasslands have become a breadbasket providing food for Americans. They provide food exports for consumers around the world. And today's prairie ecosystems, tall grass prairie ecosystems, now cropland producing the largest corn and soybean crops in the world. Mixed grass and short grass prairie areas, a combination of grazing, dryland crops, and irrigated crops, including wheat and grain sorghum, and grazing for cattle and sheep. I know that was a lot of info there, and I know I went through it quickly, but I wanted to give you time to be able to go back and review some of that material as well. So if you have any questions, get in touch with me down here in the landscape design classroom, and I will gladly answer those for you. But I appreciate your time today, folks. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.